Surprise, motherfucker! What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Avenger Satanis. In my car, but I'm not driving. I just turned the engine off, so hopefully I'm gonna have to make this video short because otherwise it's gonna heat up in here because it is unseasonably warm in Wisconsin right now. I think it got up to 90 yesterday, and it's in the 80s already today. And it's the second half of September. So that's weird. Normally it would be in the 60s or 70s. Anyway, I got some news. I got the flyers for Avenger Con 5, The Will to Power. So yeah, I got 1,000 of these babies, and I will be posting them around town. And good likeness. And different conventions that I'll be at, like Gary Con. And if you know of a convention where you'd like to see some of these flyers, maybe hit me up, and I'll mail some to you, and then you can put some flyers out, maybe at your booth or your table, or just hand them out or spread them around. That would be awesome. I'm gonna be on vacation tomorrow, so sometime during that trip, I will be making a video or two. But I just want to kind of make a video before I left. There's been a lot of news, a lot of things going on with politics, with the culture war stuff. I think a lot of people that don't follow politics or are just kind of on the left just by nature or being part of the role-playing game hobby and industry and community, they've just kind of absorbed or been absorbed by this kind of leftist culture. A lot of people that aren't on the right just aren't aware, don't realize the impact Charlie Kirk had in his life, and now that he's been assassinated. Rest in peace, Charlie, and I feel for his wife and kids that he leaves behind. I wish the best for them. But if the left thought that they were silencing a voice, or shutting up that man or his message or his mission, I've got another thing coming. He's a martyr. He's a MAGA martyr, and he's going to leave a mark on our politics, in our culture, the American way of life, for, if not the next several years, perhaps generations to come. People equating Charlie Kirk to George Floyd are missing a host of relevant facts. If George Floyd and his being killed by mostly a fentanyl overdose was like right here, and then say Martin Luther King Jr. and John Kennedy were maybe right here, and Jesus himself was right here, then I think you could probably place, in today's climate, Charlie Kirk somewhere around here. And I wish he was alive, but in death, a martyr like that will, there'll definitely be reverberations. And you can forget about the Democrats winning the midterms. And I think you can also forget about, not that there was much of a chance, but you can also forget about 2028. There's no way barring some unforeseen accident, which hopefully doesn't happen, or more left-wing violence, there's definitely no way that Vance is going to lose to Newscomb or any other Democrat. This has galvanized the right, and it's also poisoned further the left. I just don't see how they recover. So many people were leaving the left already. Just when, just before, just after Trump was elected. But I've heard from a lot of people on the left that the sickening displays of celebration and glee over Charlie Kirk's death, his assassination, was just ghoulish and gruesome and disgusting. And so many people are that were kind of on the fence, or that were moderate liberals, which I was till very recently, or somewhat recently. Those people are leaving in droves now. So that even the people that were kind of still clinging on to Democrat agendas or policies or politicians, that's gone. The left has no one except the screeching, blue-haired, feminist, radicals that are kind of the base, I guess, the online base, the most vocal base. But you can't win elections with 20 or 30% of the country. Maybe they can still keep winning California and Chicago or Illinois or New York, but the rest of the country, no, we've had it. We're done. And we're done with the both sides. This was left-wing extremism. This was a leftist who engaged in political violence rather than talking it out or letting the man have his piece. And with the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, he's not a free speech martyr. He is a Democrat propagandist who lied to the American people. See, his lie that it was a MAGA supporter that assassinated Charlie Kirk, that was implicitly embedded in the joke, if you can call it a joke, in order to confuse the American people or to slip in disinformation that would leave people to believe, who weren't fully aware of the details, that it was a Trump supporter that killed Charlie Kirk, when it was anything but. This was a gay, trans, furry, allied leftist who believed that Charlie Kirk was hateful and supported fascism and probably white supremacy or whatever the litany of left-wing talking points are. And that's really why why Jimmy Kimmel got taken down. And it wasn't the FCC, and it wasn't Trump or his administration. It was the network affiliates and the advertisers and the customer viewers too, that didn't want to be lied to by a propagandist for the Democrats. And we just had it. We're just not going to take it anymore. Anyone from like the Republicans, MAGA, center-right, right-leaning libertarians, and just moderates and centrists in general, we're not going to listen or take the left-wing propaganda anymore. We're just not going to take it. We're not going to allow you to gaslight us with both sides, or that Trump is Hitler and his supporters are fascists and Nazis, and allow that within the Overton window when any of that stuff, I don't care if it was yesterday, a month ago, 8 years ago, all of that should have been beyond the pale and not allowed. People should have censored themselves. People should have used prudence and apprehension instead of just going full force like an erupting volcano into the darkest places of their imagination. With the whole Hitler, fascism, Nazi stuff. And the people on the left are still calling it as they see it. Because they're deranged lunatics in many ways. And a lot of them, especially the celebrants of his assassination, have proved themselves to be ghouls at best and demons at worst. And it's hard to know or understand how we could live together in a society when one side wishes death upon the other and then is so congratulatory for their own side when someone is, assassinated because of their beliefs or because of their speech. So yeah, Jimmy Kimmel is not a free speech martyr. Charlie Kirk is. And I think I'll leave it there. But thanks again I hope you guys can go to Avenger Con 5. It's going to be awesome. It's in Madison, Wisconsin. Can you see the dates there? Friday, July 17th to Sunday, July 19th. I will be running plenty of games. If you want to submit a game, try to do it sometime between, Halloween and Thanksgiving. Definitely by Christmas, because then post-Christmas, I will have the roster, the list of games up there. Let's try to get as close to 100 people as possible. That's the goal. That's always been the goal. We're kind of stuck at 35, so we need something to push us over the edge. And in the meantime, like, subscribe, share this video. Join the Cult of Corthalis on X. It's a TTRPG community that I've been running, and we talk about gaming and all kinds of things having to do with role-playing games. All right, until next time, have some great gaming.